Well, the Golden Dome is the final phase because the first phase was to put satellite lasers up, and the final phase is to put what they call a force field dome up. But it's not a physical force field. What it is it's a missile defense system, and it's a series of lasers that can shoot missiles down in the air before they land on the ground and cause destruction. So instead of you having a whole missile blow up a city, you had a debris of the missile, and it's raining metal now.
Okay, okay. Are all the old slave plantations catching on fire being done by the government?
I don't know if all of them is, but I believe that the first one, I think it was they call it the Annabelle burn. I think that one was a controlled burn because when I was looking at it before they waited till the house was damn near burnt down before they started trying to put it out. That looked like a controlled burn. That means that they was in on it. Because
Why
the
would they
fire
want to burn it
department
down?
come in immediately tearing up stuff to put a fire out.
Why would they want to burn it down, Rod?
Symbolism, the symbol of the fall of the slave system, right? The big house was they took them from Big Mama and repurposed them as a headquarters of a family farm that became a plantation.
Hmm. Somebody said it's the story of about the Annabelle doll real.
That doll, I don't know where it was created, where it's tied to some princess out of New Orleans who was a conjure queen. She was a child that put a conjure on the Annabelle doll.
Right, right.
Excuse me.
Take your time. Take your time, my brother. Take your time.
When you see the name Annabelle,
Hmm.
Anna, Annie, Annie Mae, in the South, they are a princess heir, a heritable princess heir. When they say Belle or Bella, it's telling you that she's supposed to hear it at an early age as a young woman, 12, 14, right around puberty, she becomes actionable on her, right? So they call her Annabelle. The Amos and Andy doll was a old New Orleans cultural phenomenon, just like they was giving out Teddy Ruxpin in the early '90s
I
or
remember
late
that.
'80s. Right?
Right.
They used to have doll makers.
Hmm.
Doll makers made everything from children's play dolls for girls and all the way to voodoo dolls for the priesthood, because they were just professional doll makers. And the Raggedy Ann doll was created based off the legend of the Annabelle doll. In the masculine counterpart, because they can't let no woman under patriarchy have power without a male counterpart that's supposed to be equally as powerful. So they created Andy.
Mm. All right, let's get to this next question, Rod. Somebody wants to know what's the significance of the Pope being born in Chicago? So much Chicago talk.
Well, he's born based on his speech. He's giving that lingo like he gonna get a great mother back her stuff that they stole. He just did he did the Mother's Day speech, and it was heavily coded. And he did another speech about 4 to 5 days later that was heavily coded. Right, which takes us to King Charles. Yesterday, when they was announcing Larry Hoover commutation, they was also King Charles was in Canada begging for mercy because they realized that this is tribal land. It's all tribal land, right? So now you got, and then it was on Betty Shabazz' birthday. Oh, Black Betty, Bama Lamb. Oh, Black Betty, Bama Lamb. Black Betty had a child, Bama Lamb, and that child went wild. there's codes in them songs, and it's tied to all of the stuff we seen going on, right? So on Betty Shabazz' birthday, they commute Larry Hoover's sentence. King Charles declared that this is Algonquin and another tribe we mentioned land, and then start begging for mercy, and then they asking for what they call truth and reconciliation. And most of us don't remember when South Africa was reclaimed by the South Africans and they was ousting the Boers for power. The first thing they did was came up with something called the Truth Commission. You remember that, Rich?
Yes.
And it was through the Truth Commission that they was able to get Mandela out, right? And then he became the president of South Africa, unless you under the Mandela effect and he died in prison.
Right. So, all right. You talk a lot about. Quick question before we get back to the question. Quick question for me. You talk a lot about the codes in the music, and you always mention Big Mama. I want to ask you about our greatest entertainer of all time, Michael Jackson. What the hell? Because you be talking about these codes, and you be like, "That's a flip on this, or that's that." You remind me of Bobby Hemming in a sense. You be saying some shit. We be like, "Wait, what the hell is Bobby talking about?" We be like, "What the hell?" Rob be like, "Nah, because that's a flip on this and that." Rob, what the hell does Mama Say, Mama Sa, Umaku Sa mean? Michael Jackson. I don't know if I said it right. What is that a code for, brother? MMM. Mama Say, Mama Sa, Umaku Sa.
That's not what he's saying though.
What
he's saying is all I'm saying is I'm not gonna stop.
You know, I thought they told me that's what he was saying. Mama Say, Mama Sa. So that's not what he's saying.
What the lyrics are?
That's that. That's that Mandela effect. In my mind, somebody told me years ago.
It sounds like that's exactly what he's saying.
That's that Mandela effect. Now Ross say no, he not. See, I'm getting hit with the parallel that reality shit in that timeline, yo.
If you play a song right now, it still sounds exactly like he's saying, "Mama Say, Mama Sa, I'm not gonna stop." What he's actually saying is, all I'm gonna say is, "I'm not gonna stop."
Damn, I got now.
But that okay, so now you brought up the codes in the music, right?
Yeah.
So let's take what we heard as a Freudian slip. A Freudian slip is something that you didn't intend to say, but it slipped out when you was trying to say something else.
Right.
But it's the truth.
Right.
All right. Now, Mama Say, that's what Mama said. Mama Sa Mama is a birth priestess. Mama, my mama, Kosa, cosign.
Cosign.
Right. So when we take it for the syllables and the homonym as a Freudian slip, he's saying my mama is saying, Mama Say, Mama Sa. My mama is the priestess, the Sa priestess, Mumakusa, right? My mama, right, gonna set or gonna solve, or you can, your mind will naturally put a suffix on a word if you recognize the sound pitch of the first part of the word. You can also you can put the first and last letter of a word and scramble the letters in the middle, but your man gonna tell you the exact word that they talking about.
Yo, this whole time, y'all, I grew up people telling me about Mama Say, Mama Sa. I'm just like, yo, what does that mean? Yo, I swear
I thought he was singing the African jingle for years.
For real. Wow, man, what a beautiful people. What a beautiful people. Oh man, I love this information. Somebody said this Negro encyclopedia.
You know, when I was locked up, they used to call me Dr. Rod the Walking University.
Oh man.
So I used to tell people that's who I was when I first came home.
Somebody said I am today.
I got so used to hearing it.
Somebody said, I am today years old when I realized this. Yeah, me too, man. Yeah. Somebody said, I heard what you heard too, Rich. Yeah. I ain't the only one. Got me out here looking crazy.
I told you, I heard it too. Had I not went, it was I seen a clip
Yeah.
and they was talking about that, and
Mhm.
then they showed the lyrics. That's the only reason why I know he's saying all I'm saying is I'm not gonna stop.
I'm saying, damn. All right, let's get to I don't want to keep right on here too long tonight, family. We still got 4,600 people in the chat. Let's get to give me a couple of more questions. We're gonna do about three more. Then we're gonna get out of here, family. What a night, what a beautiful night. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. But give me a couple of more. Let me see.
And you want to hear something funny?
Yeah, what's up?
My father used to try to get me to be a motivational speaker, right?
Right.
I used to be like, Pop, I am not the one to motivate nobody.
Mm.
My mama used to try to get me to be a preacher. I was like, Mom, I can't stand up in front of people and tell them lies with a straight face.
Wow.
I'd be like Chuck Missler. That's a contrivance. You know, anybody that want to know how much stuff in the Bible is made up, watch Chuck Missler. He's an eschatologist. They study the history of the Bible and the scriptures and all that. But he be telling you, like it's a couple of verses in the Bible that they actually just put them in there on translation that's not part of the original canon. But people just took the verse to be gospel because it's in the book. Chuck be like, yeah, that's a contrivance. Like they made it up. It's not in the original text.
Wow. Wow.
I was like, Mom, stop listening to Jimmy Swagger. Listen to Chuck Missler. He gonna tell you. Chuck, Jimmy gonna boss it up for that dollar.
Right, right.
Chuck gonna tell you. Chuck Missler gonna tell you.
I seen the question. All right, let me just ask this because I'm just making sure. All right, I don't want to take too much longer. Damn, where did it go? I just had the question, y'all. I just had a question. I thought I saved it. Somebody said, when is Brother Rich going to start his own tribal community? Never. I don't know about that, y'all. I ain't trying to. Hey, man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
You already have a tribal community, Rich.
Yeah.
Your tribe is Black Magic 363. The chief is Rich.
Indeed.
Right? And the ones who support you, that's your clan.
Indeed. Yeah, that's right.
The ones that come on here to try to tear you down, them your ops.
Those the ops, huh? Those are
the ops. Yeah, they the ones that's trying to stop you from building the clan and teaching, because your tribe don't have to all be on the same land. What people don't understand. Your tribe can be scattered. They just got to know that if the chief get a call, where they need to go to reconstitute in order to show a force.
Right.
Right. So we remind all of the tribes who they are and respect their chief. And then their chief will allow them to support you on your recovery mission.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The chief not going to get in the way of what we call a righteous endeavor. The chief only going to get in the way if he see you trying to lead. Like, for instance, because GDs wear blue. Mm-hmm. And I go to California and mislead all of the Crips because I wear blue. And I know a whole bunch of stuff. So I can convince them that I'm smart. I ain't that damn smart. But I can convince them that I'm smart because I know a bunch of stuff. And then I start misleading them. Man, Big Tookie be to send some gorillas to my door from his sleep. He won't even have to be there. I'll look outside, them two big dudes that be with Easy, the Twin Towers. Mm-hmm. It'd be 20 of them in front of my door. Hey, we got to have a conversation, my brother. You out here misleading Crips.
Man.
right? It would have been the same thing if I dressed and flamed up in red and went out there to mislead the Bloods. They
Mm-hmm.
gonna send somebody. When the word get, because the word travel in the hood on the gossip channel faster than the 7 o'clock news, the
Mm.
6 o'clock news, or the 5 o'clock news. When
Yeah.
you land in LA, every OG of any value know you just landed.
Ain't that son?
You can't hide.
Damn.
Now, if you are a civilian, what they
Mm.
call a regular person, you don't have to check in,
Right.
right? Because you ain't worried about nothing, and you ain't gonna be doing no walking through the hood trying to see how to solve their problems for them like another chief would do,
Mm-hmm.
right? So first we try to figure out how to solve the problems at home, then we go look at other people's community and see if the problem is the same and if the solution is the same.
Mm.
When you go to enough communities, then you sit back and you put all of it together. So what am I looking at here? How do we fix this?
Right. 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 So somebody said, please have the sky lift available at Stone Mountain for those who cannot hike up the mountain, please. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not responsible for that, Deborah. I can't guarantee that. We are gonna be there. We're meeting at the mountain at 5:44 in the morning because we want to make it up there when the sun is coming up. It's an incredible feeling, and I can't guarantee it's gonna be working at that time. I'm sure it'll be working by the time we leave, but yeah, I can't guarantee that. So I don't want y'all to come there and thinking the sky lift. Well, we're gonna be hiking, but I'm not responsible for the sky lift, and I can't guarantee that. So I just want to let you know that ahead of time. All right. Next question. Somebody said, "What does it mean when you don't dream, Rod?" This person obviously doesn't dream, or somebody they know.
You dream. You just might not dream visually. You may dream just by kinesthetics, feeling alone. It depends on your learning style. Some people dream in only audio, but when they wake up, they can't remember all that stuff that was said because it was too much information. The subconscious got it. The conscious mind couldn't carry it over. So don't think you don't dream. Most people dream. Like 99.9% people dream. And they just dream other than visual and spatial dreams. You can dream just by going through a range of emotions during REM sleep. You still dreaming, unless you don't never hit REM sleep.
All right. Next question. What is the best way to spiritually prepare for this new season?
The best thing to do: cleanse your body, cleanse your mind. By cleansing your body, cleansing your mind, that's how you clean your spirit. Yeah. Get the heavy metals out, clean your filters, because your filters is what get the toxins out. Your liver is a filter, your kidneys a filter, mullein tea for your lungs, because your lungs is a filter. Um, then you have your nerve endings is affected by heavy metals. That's not part of the platinum group. You ain't never heard of nobody having gold poisoning, but you sure as hell heard of people having lead poisoning.
Yeah, you know what makes you dream like a motherfucker too, Rod? When you wear that nicotine patch, man. You be lucid. Oh my god, family. I don't want to recommend
That's
because
because
you
nicotine is a neurostimulant. You
yeah.
got nicotine receptors in the back of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, they was telling people that some of those vaccines don't work if you smoke. That's because they wanted you to stop smoking because the one that was made out of snake venom attacks the nicotine receptors. But if you smoke, the nicotine receptor being occupied, it blocks out the venom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, this is gonna be the last question, y'all. I hope. Some years back on Rod's viral Facebook video, he mentioned aliens contacted him and wanted to see Larry freed. Is that still at play? Wow.
Yep. And the thing is, I had to do this campaign on social media in order to make sure that all of this information is available to the public. Some of the stuff sound far fetched and science fiction, but I don't like it when they contact me. They 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 contact you using different mediums of contact. Sometimes they telepathically talk to you, but I figured out how to block their ass out telepathically. So then they use the weather patterns just like HARP. They hijack the weather, or they'll cause an earthquake that'll have a signature number on it, or it'd be a hurricane or tsunami and it has significant numbers or a name in the case of a hurricane or a cyclone. Like when I first started, because I got a message from Marcus Garvey in Australia with Cyclone Marcus was 7 on the Richter scale. I'm like, why the fuck is they calling me? They told me I ain't had no skills. But um, that trajectory and path was a code. All of the numbers in the vitals of the cyclone was translatable to tell me information. And then I went and looked at the star maps to see the alignment of the stars to determine if it was actually a communication for me. And then my heart dropped in my stomach. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Mm. Damn. Yeah. Wow. Somebody said, I need your email, Rich, please. It's richandmerit@yahoo.com. RICHINMERIT